So I'm Susie Elliott. I am the Employment Personal Tutor for Coventry Law School, and that means that I look after all of our students with anything related to employability from year 1 right through to postgrad. I always try and get in touch with our students really early when they join us at the university to really understand what they want to do. So if they know they want to be solicitors, barristers, or if they have no idea career-wise what they want to do. And then the aim of my role is to help them get there. So I deliver that through running workshops, through drop-in sessions, one-to-one appointments, putting on events with guest lectures, just really to help our students identify what they want to do and get there. And in terms of the actual support, that includes things like CV writing, cover letters, searching for work experience, job applications and postgraduate study applications as well. My role is completely included in the university package, so there's no fee or anything to use my services. I'm completely free, and you can come and see me as many times as you like. I work a lot with students who don't know what they want to do. I'm a big advocate as law as a degree being very skills based, so it's not about being solicitors or barristers to me. But that is at the same time quite daunting, because if you don't know what you want to do, and there's Susie saying there's a whole range of jobs, where do you start with it? So I will sit down with any students who don't know what they want to do and work out what their skills are, what they think their strengths are, what their weaknesses are. And from that, I'll try and suggest some careers that would suit their degree and their background and work experience that would play to their strengths. I really believe you're at work for too many hours in the day to not love what you do and not be happy. So I'm not about pigeonholing people into jobs that they won't enjoy, which is why I take that approach. From there, I will then give them information about those jobs to go and research, which normally sets off that light bulb, and then we create an action plan for how they'll get there. It doesn't work all the time, so anyone who comes back to me, I'll say, right, what did you like about that job, what didn't you like about it, and we'll try and analyse it together further to come up with some new ideas. Has worked pretty well so far. When considering alternative careers to solicitor barrister, I always start by thinking of the link to law. So if you've really enjoyed employment law, perhaps working in human resources or recruitment might really suit you. If you've really enjoyed property law, then maybe looking at something with a estate agency or conveyancing, so a lawyer of sorts, but specialising in that area. But the world really is your oyster because of the skills. So a law graduate will have communication skills, teamwork, organisation, research. That makes you very attractive to employers. Our graduates have gone into project management, they have gone on to do graduate schemes with big employers. They work in finance and tax, they work in recruitment, in marketing, in social media. We've got students at the moment who are looking to be very entrepreneurial, create magazines, books. So the world is really there for you to take with a law degree. And we encourage our students to do short-term experience, so in the summer, or volunteering perhaps alongside their degree as well. So a lot of the local charities and law centres and advice centres in the area are very flexible around timetables, and we want our students to try and get that because it's what employers want at the end of the day now. We see so much research that employers say it's not enough to have a first or a 2-1, you've got to be an individual, you've got to have personality, you need to get involved at university, so societies and things like that. But they also want to see your practical experience too. So whether that's shadowing in a law firm or giving advice to somebody or going and doing an internship, that's what employers want these days. The degree isn't enough anymore. So although I help with graduate destinations, a big part of that is further study and master's applications. So I will initially ask all of my students to start researching universities, thinking about the location they want to study in, looking at the campus, thinking about fees, what the course consists of, so who's teaching them, modules, whether it's a project or a dissertation at the end of it and things like that. I will usually say to them try and pick between 3 and 5 universities, just because the personal statements are quite time consuming, but some students apply for 10, 12 upwards, and that's very much up to them individually. But then what I'll do is work with them on that personal statement. So the statement really needs to be why you're applying to that university for that course, and then all about how great that student is. And that's probably where I come into it, because none of our students like talking about how great they are at things, even though they've all done amazing work experience and internships and great marks on their degree. So I will sit with them and just ask them questions like, what have you done? How did you find it? What did you learn? And that is the start of the personal statement. It's something that everyone gets very scared of. It seems very daunting, but it is just you telling that postgraduate admissions team why you want to study with them and how great you'll be when you get there. It's nothing more than that. It's nothing to worry about, and especially when you've got our support on hand to help you write it. What would I like students to know about me? I am quite loud. I will be in your face quite a lot because employability is so important. It's, you know, I want my students to do well. Everyone who comes here is one of my law babies. I look after everybody because I want our students to do well at the end of the day. It's not just a job for me. And so, you know, come and talk to me, because if you don't, I will chase you, and it's much easier if you just get rid of me by telling me how things are going. And, you know, there's so much to get involved with here at the university. You know, we're looking forward to seeing everyone, really, and helping them.